before we get too deep, Rachel, I wanted you to kind of explain how'd you get out of that space, or what are some tips that you can offer to maybe
that's
somebody who's
good.
in their room right now listening to our podcast and they're like, yes, I relate, but how did she do it?
I got some tips too. Let's all share. Let's help the
Yeah,
people.
for sure. I think the biggest thing is releasing control.
Oh, yes.
Releasing the control of what you think your expectations or your plans and goals. You know, they always say if when you make a goal, let God laughs at you. I don't know, like, you know, because it's just like, you don't know tomorrow, the next minute, the next hour, the phone call you can get, the email you can receive, the text, you know, anything can literally change the trajectory of your life in so many bountiful ways. And so I think the biggest thing is releasing control. And if you trust a higher being, really stepping into that space of, I trust you. I trust what you've taught me. I trust that, you know, I don't have control over the breath that I when I wake up in the morning. I don't have control over me waking up. When I go to bed, some people don't wake up. And so just being able to say, you know what, all I can do is show up every single day. One of my mentor told me this. As long as you show up every day excited, there's no way that it won't be positive at the end. Consistently showing up excited about what you want to do, you're going to have a result that's going to be positive and better than yesterday. And so that's what I would say is release it, leave it to God if that's your maker, and show up every day consistently. Because when I look back at things I didn't do consistently, even with other friends, it's like, it literally, I wish that was one thing someone would have sat down and told me, this thing that you're doing, this thing, your business you're starting, or this, just stick to it. Do not move. If you want it to be successful, stick to it. And that's something that I wish I was taught, but again, we're young. It's never too late.
And who was going to teach you? Who else around you was living that life? No one. They didn't know either.
Right.
And so, listener, viewer, I'm teaching you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. What about y'all?
Go ahead, Yazzie.
Well, me, I'm a practical girly. So these are the steps I took. It started with Oprah. I know. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. She had this program called Super Soul Sunday. And me and my homegirl would watch it every Sunday. We would go to yoga because it was free on Sundays. And then we'll come back and we'll watch Super Soul Sunday. We'll also go to the museum and brunch, depending on the budget for that week.
Hello, New York Living.
Hello. Don't we love it? And Super Soul Sunday introduced me to authors who wrote amazing books about how to survive in life, period. And reading those books unlocked a lot for me because I was just learning and adapting and changing. I learned how to journal, not how to journal because I always journaled, but I learned the importance of journaling and meditation and going to therapy. And then I went to therapy. Listen, let me tell you something. Me and therapy go together real bad. I cannot recommend it enough. It gave me an opportunity to
This is the visual effects of what you're teaching.
that's how together me and therapy are. It gave me tools that just helped me be a better human being. I show up. The way I show up is a lot of it had to do with things that I learned in therapy. How to show up for myself, how to show up for my friends, my partners, all that. How to show up at work. Okay, therapy. And then after therapy, I just decided, like Rachel said, consistently, I'm going to press on. Yes, I used to be a guarded person. I'm no longer going to identify as that. I'm going to be open to giving and receiving love. And that's me now. Like if you meet me now, you would never, understand those experiences of the younger me who was just so insecure. She didn't want to spend time by herself or make direct eye contact with people. I unlearned all of that and I learned how to be like a normal human with like decent social skills. So yeah, I would recommend Super Soul Sunday or some sort of program that, you know, helps you get out of the worldly things, get into yourself, get into your spirit. Therapy and like reading a lot of books.
Love that. Love
Thanks
Yeah,
for
that.
I
the
mean,
plug.
Therapy for sure.
oh my gosh,
That's
The
please.
tools. The tools. I've seen how you navigate your tools. Not that I saw like a huge before and after per se, but I see how you use your tools. And naturally, because I am a piranha, I bite the things I bite things off of people, and sometimes they're good,
Oh,
sometimes they're like not great, but the tools in being like the tools that I've seen you display, I definitely have stolen some and
thank
will
you.
continue to do
Please
so.
do. Please do. Yeah, if take them all. They're good tools.
I think that's really important that you mention your journey and adding those practical tools, because sometimes people feel like or they may look at this group and may feel like they're different, or Rachel can do it but I can't. Yasmin lived in New York and I live in Arkansas. Shari has a child, and you know, and they
And
constantly
is
do this
married and is happy and she's not
right.
single
Or
and
these people on here are super happy. And not to say that we are professionals at giving advice to some people that we don't know, because it's a two-way street. You know, when you went to therapy, your therapist needed you to actively participate. However,
Yes.
I do want the listener to recognize that they're at their journey and they're at their pace. It's their pace, it's their journey, but they can pick and choose when they want to pick up these tools, and they can pick and choose when they want to try it out for a while, because sometimes it may not
Yes.
work for one day or 6 months or a year. You may have learned things in therapy that didn't work in that season of your life, but unconsciously or even consciously you're like using it, and then now it's passing down to your friends. So what was the original
And
question?
I also just
the
want to
tips.
add, do what you like. Do what you like. I liked watching TV. So Super
Yes.
Soul
Yeah.
Sunday made it easy for me. If you like listening to things, listen to a podcast, not just ours, but there's other
Hello.
good ones. Listen to music. Like, do the thing that you actually like so that you can baby step it. Because I was not ready to go to therapy in the beginning.
Yeah.
That, to me, it was against my religion. So was yoga and meditation. I was that girl. So do
I know
what feels
some.
good in those moments. For me, I started off just reading and then journaling and then taking it from there.
The
And give
biggest thing
yourself
is
grace.
yes.
Please don't
Grace.
feel like you slipped up and that means you have to start all over from the
And you
beginning.
can slip up. Like
Girl,
everyone slips up. Even the ones at
everybody.
the top. Just
Yeah.
Yes.
just
Yeah.
it's gonna be okay.
It's fine. The sun rises every day and the sky looks different each time. Just breathe.
Even if you're in a space of not feeling like it's not fine, but you know, owning that and recognizing that, okay, I'm not feeling well, it's not going well, it's not easy for me, this is hard. Tapping into your friend group that can support you, tapping into a therapist that may have more
Yes.
capacity to hear what you have going on, because sometimes your friend group or your family, they don't have the capacity or even the tools to help you through the
No.
space. And sometimes the internet doesn't either. The hashtag of how to get through
Yeah.
depression, or you know, depression on TikTok, may not give you the proper tools. So you have
Yeah.
to want
Yeah.
to be uncomfortable and maybe talk to a stranger and talk to maybe a
A
group of people
smart
who,
stranger.
yeah, a group of people who's going through the same thing that you're going through. That, I think
Yeah.
those are practical tools. Those are good steps. And reading A New Earth is a great book.
Oh, child,
Purpose
don't get me
Driven
started
Life.
on the book list. Oh, Purpose Driven Life.
Purpose
Jesus.
Driven Life is an amazing book. And maybe in our comments, in our little caption, we could add some book recommendations and
Yeah.
podcasts that we
Oh
can
my
100%.
send.
gosh. The Artist's
100%.
Way. If you can grab one book, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron. Goodness gracious. Yes.
So I don't seem like I don't read. I'm gonna go ahead and add mine. I would say Google Osho, Osho. Very much self-help, but literally anything under Osho, divine wisdom.
Oh,
And
we
in
love that.
it'll do great work for you.
We've
So
never talked about this as a group, so I'm happy that the listener gets to have this experience. We don't talk about books when we together, girl. We have things to unpack.
we sure don't. And there's usually a drink involved. But
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you can't hold a book and a drink. It just,
Okay. It don't
I
go
know I
together.
can't. I can't. I
I'm not a
can't.
multitasker.
Uh,
Shari, what about you? Any tips for the kids? You could give professional tips because you actually studying
she
this.
just she gave some tips.
Oh, sorry. Good job.
Yeah,
Great tips.
definitely tapping into the therapist, the books, wanting to do it for yourself. But I do want people to recognize that all these external things, they're great tools and they're helpful, but truly it's inward. It's truly
Oh,
you. It's you.
yes.
You are the biggest tool, and the
You have to
tools
show up.
that
You
people are
have to show
showing
up.
us, they're just tapping into the tools that we already have. It's not like
Yeah.
you need something new. Like when you
It's
read
in
these
you.
books, you're not going to become a
Nothing is
brand
new.
new person and you're going to transform. No, and you laugh because people really think when they go to these retreats or they go to yoga and they do these things, they're going to just transform.
Literally, they
Dead
do.
serious.
They
Yeah.
do know.
And
That's why I'm laughing. Because, yeah. Yeah, I
because
did it. Like
because
after
they
one
really
yoga
think they're
class,
gonna
I'm
come
looking
back with
around
new
like,
skin, new skin,
yeah,
a new brain, and everyone's gonna see them different. And we're like, girl, you still got dishes to wash. Go wash some dishes.
you
Don't
got
care
a
where you
lot.
came from.
You got a
Yeah.
lot of work to do. This has taken me decades, okay, to
Yeah.
get where I am today. And there's still, like I said, so much
Day by
life
day,
left.
day
So
by
much
day,
life left.
day by day, literally. And just aside from, I think for me, aside from grace, it's like allowing myself to enjoy life. Like,
Mm.
oh, what? There's a ticket for how much? Let's go. Let's go.
At every
Don't even
Done.
think about
stage.
it. Let's just go. Of
At
course,
every stage.
you do it with wisdom, and you don't want to overdo it. But every now and again, just break some rules that are healthy to break.
Question everything, break rules, and do it for yourself.
Do
When
what
Mm-hmm.
feels
nobody's
good
watching.
every moment you can. Do what feels good every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at us stepping into our therapeutic state.
Look at us.
Look at
Hey,
us.
hey.
Just doing all of that goodness. So our producer let us know a week ago that we need to come ready to share why we shouldn't be canceled. Okay. And so I was sure to write mine down and to keep it up here. And so
Okay.
before we kind of close out, tune out, all that good stuff, we always like to end the show by saying what we don't want to get canceled for. And for me today, don't cancel me, but I reached a certain age where I told myself that I would not hold my gas in.
Oh,
So
why is it always
this has been some
hygiene?
years now. This is because apparently I have a hygienic issue. But I just told myself, I'm not doing it. I'm not holding it out. I'm not hurt. Maybe I have a gastro issue. We're going to reach that at another time. But I'm not holding it in. I'm not holding it. I mean, literally, in order for me not like, it would have to be a really special moment for me to hold it in and give myself
Special.
cramps and choke. It got to be special, like maybe a wedding. And the wedding, I got to be a bridesmaid, maid of honor, something like it gotta be the stakes gotta be high.
Oh
But
my
I will
God.
be that person who
In the
shuts
bathroom
their
too?
eyes, lean it. I
You at
will
you
in
at
the
the
what you
bathroom like
mean?
you're in the bathroom like shutting it down?
I'm gonna do a courtesy flush. I'm a courtesy flush. But I
Okay.
will be that chick on the flight with her head leaned on the window because I am a window seat girl. And I will close my eyes and release. And I will stay asleep. Okay? So cancel me all you want to, but what I'm not gonna do is subject myself to pain. Because it be real pain.
The
What I
face
will
No,
tells
say
it
it
is
is.
all.
I will say is I am doing better about my diet, and so you will not be hurt
Ooh,
by it.
that's
Okay.
good,
And
Rachel.
but you know, if I surprise you, I surprise you. I'm gonna just look at you because every time now everybody gets it, they just look at me and I'm like, well,
It
it had
happens.
to come out. Where is it gonna go? Where
Jeez.
do y'all want me to take it? Is where my question is. Where is it supposed to
Oh,
go?
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Yasmine or Chari. Y'all go.
Go ahead, Yasmin. I'm still thinking.
Oh my goodness. So I wanted to err, pun intended, on the same side.
Oh my gosh.
On the same side as that, but child, okay, I have a thing where I feel like my aunt used to say this, so she made me believe it about myself. Don't cancel myself. Don't cancel myself. Don't cancel me, but I have changed my body to eat food that's gone off a little bit. Now, again, my aunt has told me that I was like, yeah, we have strong stomachs. Like we could just eat anything. And let me tell you
Not
something.
strong here.
I had me some Wingstop ranch in the fridge, and I had made me
Okay.
a plant-based pizza. And I opened the ranch. I said, you know what? I probably should throw it away. I probably should throw it away. I did not throw it away because it was a cauliflower pizza, and I needed some joy in there.
Yeah.
And I did what I had to do. Everything's fine.
Did
Everything's
you
always gonna
go
be
to the
fine.
bathroom like Rachel? Did you let loose? Did you go out that day?
I haven't. We'll see how the rest of the day goes, honestly. But I feel fine. I'm hungry though.
Okay,
You'll always
okay.
be fine.
Yeah.
Aaron, no matter which side you err on.
Yeah.
The air is Aaron.
The air is
I
Aaron.
need to stop that though. Like I can't keep eating rotten food. Like it's not good.
It's definitely not good. You can develop like a bacterial infection.
I'm
You
sure.
100% can.
I'm
Unless it's
sure.
fried, then you're probably good. Because, when something's
See,
fried.
once you give me like a disclaimer, I'm like, well, let me just put it in the air fryer. It'll be fine. Fry the bacteria
The
out.
rule is changed.
It's
Fry
so
Fry it out.
disgusting. I
Heat
know
it
I
up.
look like a delicate flower, but ooh, I'm gross a little bit too. Forgive me.
100%. 100%. It's okay, though.
I don't even know what to. I was not going in that direction. I was
It's
not.
fine.
But that's okay.
We
Be
love to
yourself.
surprise our listeners and viewers.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me, but I think I spoke about this on my Instagram today of like being a content creator and being in a space of like political stuff happening, but still having to deliver content that has nothing to do with humanity is very, very hard, especially as a social worker or a future social worker. That's been very hard. So if you are a listener and you are like having to deliver or show up for your job every day, meanwhile you have these other reserved feelings, let us know. How are you feeling about the world not being able to speak or say things that you want to say, and you still got to show up like nothing's happening? Because deliverables are deliverables, and you don't want to be that person.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
That's where I'm at.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. As y'all know, I'm sure we've hit our time.
Sure.
In a big way.
100%. Not editing. But thank you so much for following us. You are listening to the
Don't
Cancel
cancel us podcast.
Boop, 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 boop,
I feel
boop.
You
like
can
we did it.
follow us on Instagram, follow us on Spotify, follow us on YouTube at Don't Cancel Us Cast, and Patreon. Please, 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 please get into this tier and be a member by a mere $6, $222 each. We love to have you. We have special episodes from our trip to Jamaica, and last time we had a really interesting conversation, which I would like to expound on at a later time. Again, thank you so much for listening. We love you, and we're out.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Someone meet me.
Oh.